How's it going, guys? We got to talk about the housing market because home builders are going nuts. They're building homes and it's at an all-time high. It is not normal, and people are actually buying these homes because they're offering some of the craziest incentives, and these are going to be interest rates that you and I can't get in the secondary housing market. So if you look at real estate, it is mad expensive. It's not really about the home prices anymore. People are more likely to look at the interest rates. Get a 30-year fix, it's 7.22%. 15-year fix, it's really not that better, right? And you kind of get the idea that everyone just really isn't into the housing mood, especially secondhand homes, because interest rates are so high. If you just look at 2 years ago, 30-year mortgage, you get it under 4%. It was really good. I knew people who got 15-year mortgages during the pandemic. I like 2.3, 2.7%. It was super low, and at this day, they're refusing to pay it off. They just, because it's so crazy low, they could just slowly pay it off at that point. So we're seeing a lot of these units on the market. And then with high interest rates, guess what's happening? Nobody's selling their home. Because as a homeowner, if you sell your home, you're going to have to buy another home. But if interest rates are this high, you're not going to buy another home. Because a lot of times what people do is they sell their smaller house and they go for a bigger house and take out like a mortgage, right? But with 7.2%, are you really taking out a mortgage? Probably not. And there's also people who want to do real estate investing. They sell their house and then they use the proceeds to buy 2 to 3 other investment properties. But who's doing that with high interest rates, right? Nobody's doing that. So now you got big housing construction companies offering insanely low mortgages. Like this Utah builder is literally offering you free mortgage payments, 0% interest rates, but they're refusing to cut the price because they know that buyers will much rather get low mortgage payments, lower interest rates, than look at the price cuts. And on top of that, the builders themselves, they make way more money than this because they could negotiate hundreds of houses with banks. They could get a lower interest rates, and then they could pass those savings to the buyers. But at the same time, the builders don't really have to cut the property values, which is pretty nice. So it's a win-win for everyone, kind of, but it's a super win for the builders because they get a lot of people coming in who want these low mortgage payments, low interest rates. At the same time, they're going to keep prices as high as possible. Look at this. More builders are offering crazy new incentives. Even one builder is saying that they're going to offer free mortgage payments for 6 months. Okay, it's not forever, but it's better than nothing. And you're also seeing a lot of builders that are offering crazy low interest rates. Like we're talking about 4%, 5%, 6%, which is incredibly good in this crazy market. And look at what people are talking about on Reddit. The Economist recently ran an article suggesting how developers might be offering very low mortgage rates. And here's what's happening. This is nothing unusual. In fact, it has happened before. But essentially, big builders, when they build like 100, 200, 300 homes, they could actually go to a local lender because there's so many homes. The lender agrees to give them like a package. It's kind of like when you go to Costco and you want to buy like a whole entire pallet of water. It's so much cheaper than buying each individual bottle. So developers could offer mortgages. They're a lot lower, right? Like this home builder here has a 30-year fixed mortgage rate at 4.25%, incredibly well. Toll Brothers is another builder who's offering 4.99%. These are incredibly low rates in a time when rates are extremely high, which is causing a bunch of people to just piling on and just buy as many homes as possible. This is why new home sales are hitting a 17-month high, for example, in the Phoenix area, because these incentives are just so incredibly juicy. But here's the downside of this. You have so many people buying homes because of slightly lower rates, but then when rates actually get cut, you start seeing a lot of these builders wanting to sell their units. And guess what? You have the current guys who want to sell but are refusing to sell because of high rates. And then you got the guys who get these decent rates and they're going to sell later on. So you're going to have a huge flood of new homes, new apartments, and new townhouses hitting the market next summer when rates are getting cut. That's where most economists are guessing where the next rate cut is. Unemployment is rising up. Inflation truly is going down pretty well. The numbers don't lie. And the feds are becoming more bullish overall. The stock market is crazy. It's almost at all-time high prices. And guess what? We're going to be seeing rate cuts pretty soon. You also have a presidential election. Obviously, hey, that is going to be a pretty wild time. You're going to be seeing some rate cuts and much bigger housing price increases. But this is really troublesome. Like I said before, this is just going to lure in even more buyers, right? A lot more buyers are looking to do real estate investing or just buy their new home. People are buying these new construction communities like they're buying cheeseburgers at McDonald's. It's nonstop. And what I'm worried about is one day, when rates are low enough, everyone just starts selling, prices go down. Everyone right now is saying that rate cuts will cause prices to go up for housing, but there's already some people coming out saying that rate cuts may cause a lot more people to sell and prices will go down. But let's see what happens. Because there's also news articles like these where the U.S. mortgage application is plunging to the lowest since 1995. But for new construction homes, it is at an all-time high. But for secondhand homes, offices, apartments, multifamily units that are not new construction, that are not from big builders, are at an all-time low. So we are in a very interesting situation here. And look at the housing construction boom. It is crazy. The U.S. housing construction boom is at a 13-month high. Construction of new homes hit 1.6 million in May, the highest since 1.8 million recorded in April 2022. Look at this massive spike. This is not normal, guys. The amount of new homes for sale is on the rise. The amount of new apartments being built for rent is on the rise. Check out poor Oakland here. Oakland constructed so many apartments that rents plunged 7.2% within just a few months of these buildings being complete. So I guess this is good news for a lot of you guys who are trying to get cheaper rents, because some of the biggest cities in the US are actually offering you crazy incentives. Rentals and landlords are offering, really good concessions like 2 months free rent if you do the lease again. We're seeing every single home for rent, apartment, whatever, all the rentals on the market, 33% of them offer some sort of concession, just to lure in people. Landlords are facing some of the biggest vacancies, and right now there seems to be a massive overbuilding, a massive supply going on. We're also seeing very interesting homes like micro houses, micro apartments, which are being built to accommodate for the middle class. I feel like the American dream where you get a massive house, a nice backyard, those days are gone. Now's a day where you get mini houses and also high rates and also really bubbly construction. And this is one of the scariest situations because now people are buying these new construction homes like no tomorrow. And developers are offering really good deals, and a lot of people just don't want to wait for rate cuts next year. They just want to buy now. And considering the fact that unemployment rates are rising up and some of the highest paying jobs in the US are being cut, we're going to be seeing even more defaults. Defaults every single quarter is going up nonstop. We're seeing a lot of foreclosures in the bank. They don't even know where to sell these properties. And don't even get me started with the office market because it's terrible. Prices are down in some cities like San Francisco, 50, 60, even 70%, which is frightening. So thanks for watching, guys. Comment below and subscribe for more.